What is up, my people? I am live on StreamYard.com. This is my first time to use it. I am broadcasting to my Coach Kyle Draper business page. I'm also broadcasting on YouTube. I'm not even really quite sure what that means, but it's out there. And so, guys, here's why I'm doing this. One, this new platform, I've heard about it, and I wanted to see what I thought about it for myself. But also, guys, because this topic is the topic that I will go to my grave to help get people to do, to help unlock your potential. And so this will be my never-ending pursuit until I get everybody engaged there, because it can help you make so much money. And so this time that we spend together, right, I'm calling it Don't Psych Yourself Out, You're Overthinking It. This has everything to do with video. And for some of you, you may be wondering, why did I see a naked dude on the cover of this show? Well, I was thinking about this the other night. I thought, man, I really think there's so many realtors, there's so many lenders out there that would rather go streaking in public than simply do a video. And I just realized something. See guys, this is what happens. So I don't even know how well y'all could hear me because I didn't even have my headphones in. They were dangling down at my feet. So hopefully you can hear me better. But I really do believe this, guys, that some of you would literally rather go run naked in public than to do videos, because you have such a fear, you have such a hesitation for what all of this looks like, what all of this means. And so I've got notes, right? I want you guys to see this. I've got a bunch of notes for the time that we're going to spend together, because I didn't want to just wing this. I want this to be very intentional, because I genuinely believe that the future of your business depends on it. And so I want to ask you guys to do something for me. If you have questions, I'm checking on my phone. Yeah, look, there we are. We're live. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. Right? Let's talk about it. I've got stuff that I'm going to go through, but if you have questions, please put them in the comments and I will address them. And thank you guys for watching. And so, guys, I want to start with just some data about the power of video. All right. This is taken from my mastering video course that I teach. And so what's up, Lindsay? That's a great question. We will definitely cover that. So think about this, guys. 90% of customers find video helpful when making shopping decisions. 90%. 90%. Guys, that's crazy, right? What are we doing? Why would any of you want to live in the 10%? It doesn't even make sense, but let's dig deeper. 64% of customers are more likely to buy your product after watching a video about it online. That's a crazy percentage. Wouldn't you like a 64% increase in your ability to sell something to someone? All you got to do is be doing video. Think about this. This is from Google, right? Google owns YouTube. They're predicting that by the end of this year, 2020, that search results will be 80% video based. 80% video based. How unbelievable is that? That if someone searches anything on Google, 80% of those results will be video based. So will you be there, or will you be with the bottom feeders in that 20%, just hoping that somebody randomly clicks on you? And then we've all heard this, right? We've all heard a picture's worth 1,000 words. We've all heard that. But what we're now hearing is that it's estimated that 1 minute of video is worth 1.8 million words. Guys, 1 minute of video. I'm already 5 minutes in. I'm not good at math, so I don't know how many millions of words that is. 1 minute of video is worth 1.8 million words. And guys, I believe that the power of that stat is because video works over and over and over again, whether I'm working or not. People will watch this video for months and maybe even years to come. I will probably get speaking opportunities because of this video. I might pick up a new coaching client because of this video, but it might not be until a month from now because that's when somebody watched it. That's the power of what this is talking about. But we're not done. Think about this. Video can increase purchase intent by 97%. I don't know about you guys, but I have fallen victim to this stat since the coronavirus has happened because I'm on my phone more, I'm bored, I'm scrolling through my stories, and what pops up? A video of some stupid product that I don't need, but because the video makes it look cool and the video makes me think that I need it, I bought it. And now we've got random crap on the way to our house because of that data. You can increase purchase intent by 97%. I didn't have any intent of buying that stuff, but I saw the video and it caused me to want it. Guys, that's the power of what we're talking about. All right. And if you guys are just jumping in, remember, if you've got questions, put them in the comments and I'm going to address them at the end. All right. So, guys, the last data I've got for you, and this is huge because let's be honest, for probably March and now April, your business has slowed down. Your pipeline is shrinking. You don't have as much in escrow as you did a month and a half ago. And so we've got to make up time, right? We've got to make sure that when this whole shelter at home is lifted, we can get out there and crush it faster than we've ever done it before because now we've got months to make up. So think about this data. Brands that use video marketing grow their revenue 49% faster than brands that don't. Would you like your business to grow 49% faster post all this coronavirus stuff? I know I do. And so get your butt on video. Make it happen. And so that's just the data. But before I jump into more stuff, I want to give you just a few success stories because I think sometimes people wonder, like, does this whole video thing really work? And so I want to tell you about 3 friends of mine. The first, his name's Jeremy. He's a realtor based out of Chicago, Illinois. And Jeremy and I met at NAR. We met at NAR in November in San Francisco. And since then, I haven't coached him, right? He hasn't paid me a dime, but he's been following me. He's inside of my Top of Mind selling group. He's doing all of the things that I'm encouraging everyone to do, all of us to do, right? And guys, here's what's happened to him just in the last few weeks. So he did a birthday video the other day where his friend responded, dude, that was awesome. Do you want to come over and talk about listing my house? Like literally, if you don't believe me, it's in Top of Mind selling. He posted the screenshot. It's literally what it says. He picked up a listing from a stupid little birthday video. But that's not it. He also, once the coronavirus showed up and everything began to shut down, he's committed every single day. I believe that he's done this for 3 weeks now. Every single day, he goes to a different local restaurant around his area, right? Super hyper local. And he goes in, turns on Facebook Live, welcomes everybody, and then he buys food from the local restaurant for him to take home, and he does a quick interview with the owner of the restaurant. Guys, these videos, he said the other day that these videos have reached over 25,000 views in the last 3 weeks, and they're getting dozens and dozens and dozens of shares, and he just had his first person reach out to him asking if he would help them sell their house because of those videos. He also, guys, he got on the news. He had the news reach out to him because of his video presence, asking him to talk about what realtors need to be doing to weather this storm. Guys, this is the power of video. And then I've got a friend named Shalana. Shalana is a great friend of mine, and she is a head case like we all are. And so she does a video, but then doesn't do one for a while, and then she posts it, but then deletes it, and then she records it, but then doesn't use it. And so the other day we did a 10-day video challenge, and she messaged me that after day 1, a friend of hers commented on her video and then messaged her asking if she could help her sell her house after all of this stuff is over. After one video that Shalana would have said was probably terrible. And then I've got a friend named Chauncey that many of you know. Chauncey and I do videos together. We teach classes together. She's a rock star. And guys, she is absolutely crushing it on YouTube. She has one of the fastest growing teams in the country. And it's all happening from YouTube. And guys, here's what I love about what Chauncey says. She doesn't have to sell anything. When a realtor calls her that's seen her YouTube videos, they're ready to join her team. They don't need to interview her. They already did that by watching her videos. When a buyer or seller calls her, they're not interviewing her. They're ready to go because she already did the interview while they watched her videos. Guys, this is the power of what we're trying to accomplish. What I want you guys to understand about video is you've got to get out of your head about the short-term benefits of it, because that's not the best part, right? I tell people that I believe that when we start doing video consistently, we are investing in the long-term success of our business, but it returns us short-term dividends. So this video, right? I'm not doing this video to try to pick up a coaching client today. I'm not going to talk about any of that, but I bet it will bring me one later, right? That's the power of video. And so guys, I wanted you to hear real life stories of success to see what you're missing. And those are just 3 people, right? There's dozens and dozens and hundreds and thousands of people all across the country reaping the benefits of leveraging video. And so guys, what I want to walk you through first are the reasons why I believe many of you will continue to struggle even after this video is over, right? I want to help you predict your future so that you can go and change it. And so I've actually got everything lined out in these banners, and I think this is going to look really cool. So guys, here's number 1. The first reason why you won't do this is you don't have a clear understanding of your audience. For so many of you, you are so desperate to make money that you're just you're like a beggar on the streets, but you're doing it in real estate. You're just throwing crap out there, hoping someone sees it, hoping that it will end up in business, and you have no plan. You have to reverse engineer this, because guys, here's what I've found in my years of training this around the country for a living. And I guess last week I was on an interview in Canada. So am I allowed to be international now? If I did a Zoom live interview with a Canadian or with a person living in Canada, does that make me international? Y'all let me know in the comments if it does. If it does, then I'm going to claim it. But if it doesn't, then I'm not going to. But guys, you've got to have a clear understanding of your audience. What city do they live in? Guys, get intentional, right? Even on think about, some of you may not know this, but on our Facebook pages, on our business pages, we can tell Facebook who not to show the page to. So my business page is only visible to people in the United States and Canada, because I don't care if someone in India, sees my page. I'm not working with people over there, right? I'm working with people where I live. And so you've got to do the same thing. You've got to be intentional about what city do I want to really focus on? And then that, guys, is going to give you clarity with who you want to serve and with what your content needs to be. Because if you say, I want to serve the city of Frisco, Texas. Well, now you just made your life easier because you go, what do people in Frisco want to know about? What can I tell people that's going on in Frisco? And so, guys, just some very simple questions. How old is your ideal client? Where do they live? What do they like? What magazine subscriptions are coming to their house right now? What music are they listening to in their car? Right? Build yourself out an avatar so you can get clarity on who you want to serve. Guys, why do I harp on video so much? Because I know that my audience, realtors and lenders, suck at it and they hate it. And so I refuse to stop talking about it. That's the power of creating clear understanding with your audience. But guys, here's the second thing. You care too much about what other people think. You care too much about what other people think. Guys, you've got to get over this. And the only way we can do it is with practice. I talk to so many realtors that go, oh, I want to do a live video, but like I'm nervous about what my mom will think. Or I'm nervous that like my sister will make fun of me. Or that my friends will think it's dumb. Right? Guys, we don't have to be like this. And here's what I've determined for me. When I am falling into over caring about what people think about me, I can look back and realize that my why shrunk. Because when your why is huge, you will fight through every barrier out there to accomplish that calling in your life. And so right now during this coronavirus, guys, I have such unprecedented confidence in what I'm supposed to be doing and who I'm supposed to be. All right, I'm live every day. I am out there constantly putting out content for people because this is my why. Right? That's why I wrote my new blog post for such a time as this. Because we've got to rise up in these unprecedented times and these times of uncertainty and love on and encourage people. That's why I'm doing this video right now. So you've got to get over caring about what people think about you to the dangerous degree that many of you are allowing it to. And guys, here's the last piece to this. We think, I had a buddy ask me this 2 days ago. We think that when we put ourselves out there, people are going to make fun of us, but they're not. Guys, nobody cares. You're not famous enough to have trolls. I'm not famous enough to have trolls. I'm not The Rock. I'm not Ellen DeGeneres. I'm not the president, right? So you won't have trolls. A buddy 2 days ago was like, so nobody's ever made fun of you on any of your videos? No, because almost all of my videos are in front of people that already like me. So why would they make fun of me? Right? Now, there's people that don't watch, but I haven't reached the level yet of people that want to say mean things. So you got to let this part go. All right? Number 3, guys, is that you claim you don't have time. Here's what's interesting about time is when we say, so here's how I want you to think about this. When I tell you, right, let's say you ask me, hey, when this is all over, man, let's go get lunch. And I'm like, man, I want to, but I just don't know if I'll have time. What you're really saying to that person is you're not important enough for me. Right? That's what I don't have time means. So when you say, I just don't have time to do video, what you're really admitting is that you don't believe video works. That's what you're saying. Because guys, I'm telling you this, if you had the believability in video, if you were beginning to reap the benefits of some of these people that I told you about a minute ago, you would make time. We make time for what matters. Right? Let's get personal for a second. If you haven't, now it's different because of coronavirus, But if pre-coronavirus, if you hadn't been on a date with your spouse in 3 months, don't tell me that you're fighting for that relationship, because we make time for what we value. And so you got to understand this. If this is you, then we've got to begin to shift some things in your thinking to help you get over this whole you don't have time. Guys, the next one is you might just simply lack confidence in yourself. Maybe it was because of your upbringing. Maybe it was because you tried a video a month ago and it didn't go well, and so now you've kind of thrown in the towel. Guys, here's what I've discovered. The only thing that we can control about social media is our commitment to keep moving forward. Guys, that's it. I have done so many Zoom videos lately where it's messed up, right? We were on a video last week that got hacked, right? And so there's probably been people that the moment that happened, they're like, see, this is why I don't do this. This is why I don't use this stuff. Technology's bad, right? And they're squandering opportunity. And then there's people like me that go, okay, so why did that happen? How do we fix it the next time? What do I need to go learn and improve on to ensure that that doesn't happen the next time, right? I'm always willing to move forward in spite of pain, in spite of discomfort, because I believe in this. So guys, increase the confidence that you have in yourself. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything in my notes, right? So guys, think about this. You're the only you that will ever exist on the planet. You're the only one. You. And so you gotta stop, right? I think part of this is we mess with comparison too much, right? That's where my lack of confidence comes from. When I look around and I go, oh man, she's doing a great job at this. Ooh, is she better than me? Oh man, that dude's crushing it. He's speaking in front of way more people than I am. Am I just not good enough? Is that why he's there and I'm not? Guys, the minute we start playing that comparison game, we lose. We lose every single time, because there will always be people around us that are better than us technically, right? But who cares? It's not about that. My people want me. Your people want you. Their people want them. There is so much opportunity for all of us. Do not let that affect your confidence. Also, think about this. I believe that you're doing better than you think you are. I believe that. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. So remember, you're doing better than you think you are. And then the last piece of this, guys, is I believe this wholeheartedly. And I believe this because of what the Bible says. You are more than enough. You're more than enough. You do not lack anything right now. You have every ability inside of you to achieve video on a high level. You just have to believe it. Your friends believe it. Your family sees it. You have to see it. And so you got to get over this lack of confidence, because it's going to cripple you. And guys, here's the most painful one, okay? This is the last one of the reasons why you're going to struggle with video if nothing changes. And this is going to be painful, all right? You don't love people enough. I was on the phone the other day because I've had so much time to think and reflect, right, during all of this shelter at home, and so I've been on the phone and doing video chats with tons and tons of people about this subject. And so I've been trying to reverse engineer, man, why do people struggle with this? Why is this so hard? And one of the things that's come to my mind is, if I see the value in video, if I believe in the power of video, but yet I'm not doing it, it's simple. I'm putting my own fears, anxiety, comfort above anyone else, right? It's selfishness, which means I don't love people enough. And guys, what I've discovered to be true for me is as I continue to gain my own personal clarity about who I want to be, who I want to serve, what I want to accomplish, guys, there is nothing that can stop me except for me. And so what I'm using right now to really push the ball down the field is I am constantly reminding myself how many people are out there hurting, how many people are out there struggling, how many people need an encouraging word, how many people need to get loved on, how many people need to be reminded that the best days are still yet to come, right? And that is why I keep doing what I'm doing. I don't do this because I love looking at myself. Look at me. There's nothing special about this, right? That's not why I do it. I don't do this because I think I'm brilliant. I do this because I love so much. And you got to find that peace inside of you. Because when you realize how much you love people, you will fight through anything to help their lives be better. And so I want you to ask yourself this honest question. Do I love people enough? Or is it all about me? Is it all about my money, my house, my car, my family, my? Because in the real estate space, man, it is about as selfish of an industry as I've ever seen. It's a bunch of people that act like they're about value, that act like they're about character and integrity, but when the poo hits the fan, they're all about themselves. And I'm not saying there's not good ones. There's lots of good ones. But what about you? Do you love people enough? If you say you do, then this better be something you're willing to fight through to make it happen. So guys, those are my 5 reasons why you won't be successful on video. And so what I want to do now is I want to just give you some simple tips, and then we'll do some Q&A. If there's questions in the comments, I'll answer some questions. But if not, then I'm gonna get out of here, and you guys can enjoy the rest of your Saturday. But Saturday, it's Friday. I'm working at home. I don't ever remember what day of the week it is. So guys, here's some simple tips that I want to give you. All right, tip number 1, go live. So simple. Here's why. Why go live? Number 1, it requires a little amount of time from you. So for those of you that are busy, which is all of us, for those of you that don't have time, which is all of us, guys, the beauty of this is when I'm done because we're live. So I hit in broadcast, and then I walk back into the living room and continue my day. But for a lot of people, this would take them 3 hours to edit. And then, you know, they've got issues, and I'm going to go through some other things, right? Because the second thing is that it's the most engaging. Live video is more engaging because you guys can comment. You guys know that I'm in my bedroom right now, right? Here's why I'm in my bedroom. Number 1, it's the furthest place from where my children are currently, which they're in the playroom at the front of the house. So I'm in the back of the house. Number 2 is this is the best natural lighting in our house. So that's why this is where I'm sitting, because I get the best lighting this way. And my wife can scoot by without being visible to the camera, which is good for her. And so guys, live is important. The third reason why is you can't really overthink it. All right, I'm live. So if I say something dumb, it is what it is. I can't go back and fix it. So I'm forced to keep moving forward, because some of you will do take after take after take after take, which is number 2, and it's killing your ability to be in front of people. Also, guys, when you go live, you get, Bubba, watch out. Now my kids are coming in here. So who knows what's about to go down in the Draper house. But guys, you get more grace from your audience when you're live, right? Because you're live. If I were pre-recording this video and my son walked in, then I would stop it and start over, right? That's what I would do. But because I'm live, you guys know, don't close that. Honey, don't close it, because the Wi-Fi will be bad. So you give me grace, right? Because I'm live at home. We're quarantined. There's craziness going on around us. That's the beauty of live video. But if you're trying to pre-record and crazy stuff's going on, you'll never like it enough to actually use it. The last reason to go live, guys, is you don't have to edit. I'm not a video editor. I don't know how to edit videos at a high level, right? If I tried to edit this video, it would take me a week and it would still end up being bad. And so I love live because I can do it and I'm done. So guys, go live. The second tip, don't do retakes for little things. If you're pre-recording video, if you do something tiny, just keep going. Guys, I do some pre-recorded video and I rarely do a retake. Like maybe if my phone rings, then I'm gonna do a retake. If someone walks through the back of the shot, I'm gonna do a retake. But if I say a word wrong, if I forget what I'm saying, I just like to play it out. What was that point supposed to be? What I don't do y'all guys y'all ever brain fart? Because sometimes I have brain farts and I can't remember. Oh, I remember. Let that play out. People appreciate the humanity of those moments. So do not do retakes. Guys, number 3 is keep your equipment simple. Right now, my equipment is earbuds, right? That's it. You don't need a fancy mic. I've got a $50 webcam that's on top of my computer, and I'm using my phone for notes. I don't even have lighting. And look how great it looks because natural lighting is awesome. Go find great windows in your house and sit directly facing them. So you get all of that natural lighting on you. I don't need any lighting because of the way our room is positioned for where the sun is right now. So do not overthink equipment. Tip number 3. Tip number 4, guys, take some notes and don't hide them. It is okay to have notes, right? This video is over 30 minutes long. It's okay for me to have notes because I want to truly add value to you guys. And then don't hide them. I don't want to position my notes where I'm trying to act like I'm not reading something, but I am reading something, because now it's just awkward. It's so obvious when you're reading something. So don't fake it. Tell people, guys, I got notes. What am I looking at right now? I'm looking at my notes because I want to create immense value for you guys. So it's okay to use a little Post-it note and jot you down some things to remember what you want to say when you're doing video. Tip number 5, look into the camera hole. This is how most people do videos. We do video like this, right? And we're talking to people, we're educating, and we're talking, but we're never truly looking at the camera. Most of us, we look down, right? Because right now I'm looking at me on the screen, which makes you think I'm not engaged because I'm not looking at you. So guys, we've got to do our best to stare into the camera hole. And it's really awkward because I want to be looking at me. I want to be looking at what I look like, what I'm doing. Does it look good? All right, but that creates distance between you and the audience. So stay focused on the camera hole. And then number 6, the last tip. And guys, this is a huge one. Visualize a friend on the other side of the camera. What I believe I've become so good at is the ability to do video like I'm doing right now, and I act as if there's a bunch of you in this room, right? Like we're having a slumber party at the Draper house, and y'all are all hanging out in here, and y'all asked me, hey, can you just give us some tips while we're hanging out? Can you give us some tips about video? And this is what I'm doing, right? I try to keep it casual. I'm not trying to sound smart. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. Now, my energy is elevated because energy comes across different on camera. And so I'm talking louder than if you and I were just hanging out at a coffee shop. But other than that, I imagine as if there is a real person sitting right back here, and this camera just happens to be in between us. And that is how I stay incredibly relational when I do my videos. And so guys, I hope that this has been helpful for you guys, because this is the future. This is it. This is what we need to be leveraging to grow whatever we're trying to grow, whether it's your business or a church or a nonprofit, right? Whatever it is, this is how we position ourselves in front of people. And so we only had one question, which is fine. And so Lindsay asked early on, and if you guys have any questions, now's Q&A, and I'm happy to answer some, but I'm also happy to end this sucker. So I'll do that. But Lindsay said, do they need to be family oriented or business? Lindsay, that's a great question. I think it needs to be all three, right? You might go, what do you mean all three? I think you need to do videos that are just business. I think you need to do videos that are just family oriented. And then I think you need to do videos that bring both of them together. One of the things that I love to teach about is passive branding, right? Passive branding is my logo's in the top right-hand corner of this video. I haven't introduced myself, right? Y'all know who I am. You're my friend. And so that's passive branding. If this hat had my logo on it, that's passive branding. If you've got your realtor name tag on, that's passive branding. If you do a video about telling a story from what happened at a showing today, that's passive branding because the video is about the story, but you got to mention that you were out showing a house, which reminds people what you do for a living, right? So I think we've got to create balance right now because of the quarantine. I'm going live every day, walking people through the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. It's one of my favorite books. I think growth and personal development is the most important thing any of us can be doing if we want to be better. And so I'm doing it every single day. I probably wouldn't do it every day if the world was normal, but because the audience is there, I'm taking advantage of it. And so we've got to find balance in the type of content that we're using, and it's huge. Paul asked, how long is too long on a live video? Probably this one, right? This video is probably too long, but here's what I believe truly to be the truth, Paul, is stop talking when you're out of value, right? I think so. Paul, for those of you who don't know, Paul was actually my boss when I first started interning. Before I became a pastor, he was the pastor that I kind of stewarded under, and he's been an incredible influence in my life. And so, Paul, you have immense value to offer people, and so sometimes that value needs to come in little 2-minute bursts. Other times that value could come in a 30-minute video of you truly walking people through an entire passage of scripture, right? You walk them through how you break it down. You walk them through how you develop your prayer from that passage, right? And so, yes, that's a longer, but that's an awesome video because those are the things that people want more of. And so just like this video, even though it's longer, I've been incredibly intentional with the conversation. I haven't wandered and just told random stories to make it longer. I've stayed very on point. So we've got to have a little bit of ability to be honest with ourselves and really go, am I out of value? If I'm out of value, let's stop. If I'm not out of value, then let's keep going. A couple rules of thumb would be, if you're doing a YouTube video, YouTube recommends, 10 to 15 is kind of the sweet spot because watch time is really important. On social media, Instagram and Facebook, typically it's going to be less. I tend to enjoy doing some longer videos at time when I have great content to teach. So that's a great question. And we're out of questions. So guys, I'm going to end with this. I love you too much to let you fail at this because you have too much riding on the line. You have a family that you have to provide for. You have hopes and dreams that you've promised to your spouse, and real estate is supposed to be how those dreams are accomplished. And so I will not sit idly back and let you struggle with what is and should be the greatest level of influence you have in your business, video. And so this is why you'll continue to hear me preach this from the rooftops over and over and over again, because you've got to get it. If I can help you guys in any way, this wasn't planned. So let me just put this up here, right? If you guys need me for anything, hit me up at Kyle Drake. Like, here's my email. And then I'm also going to put my cell phone number in here. And so guys, if I can serve you in any way, shoot me an email, send me a text message, call me sometime if you need help. All right? You got this. Your people need you. They want more of you. You just got to get out of your own way and go make it happen for them. I love you guys. I hope you have a great Friday and a weekend. Y'all be safe. And I'll see you guys back on here soon. See ya.